Greetings, the Marie Care team. I am going to demonstrate how I change her ostomy bag and her suprapubic dressing. First, I have my ostomy bag, and I have to do some cutting away at it to get it right for me to place on her. I cut around this back side. It's like a little window. It shows me, you know, any activity going on, so I want it to be really open so I can see it without having to probe around it. So just cut around this little edge. There's different types out there, but this one seemed to work better for me. And I get them off Amazon, so it's pretty efficient system I got going with these, and they seem to work okay. So I just cut something like that out, so that way this is my view of, you know, what's going on inside. Next, I have to cut back here. I have to cut till I get to 30 millimeters, which is the diameter of her port that needs to be exposed, so the stool will come out with no issue. So I just cut this round circle here. And all the markings are on here, depending on what size you need to cut out, but you measure it based on the size of the port for that the stool comes out of. They don't call it port, but that's what I'm going to call it. I'll show you once I get it on there. Okay, so I got this open, and now I'm ready to start the next phase. Let's put all this over here on my little display table. Now I need to take off the old one. So I'll get a little Huggies wipe. These things come in handy as well. And I have some Gooby Gone bandage and adhesive remover I use for any kind of tape bandages or anything that's sticking to her skin. It's pretty good. They give you other stuff, but this seemed to work good for me, and I always need lots more than they supply me, so I just keep it on hand to make sure I'm able to take off these things, because they can be very sticky, and her skin is very sensitive, where, you know, I have to make sure that I'm using products that won't take her skin off, because she has a lot of places where she's got kind of like war wounds from just bandages being removed. So try to be as gentle as possible, and it comes off really easy. It comes off pretty easy. So once you apply the solution, it's pretty simple after that. And after I remove it, I make sure I put it in after I dump the contents in the toilet, I put it in a bag that can be tied up pretty much. And I take it directly to the outside garbage can, which is right at our back door here at the hotel. Need a little more solution on here, because the outer part came off pretty easy, but there's a more serious part here that sticks to make sure there's no leakage. So I just need to wipe that down too. So it's coming off pretty good though. And usually I change these, you know, it's based on stool, on her bowels moving. So a couple, every other day or every 2 days or something like that. It's coming off really good now. It's almost finished here. And once I put it on, I kind of keep everything away from her skin. So I put a little washcloth to keep it between her skin and the clamped device. And these wipes are pretty much natural, no chemical on them. So make sure I get the one that's best for babies, that, you know, fragrance free and all that good stuff. So we don't have any kind of other problems with skin breaking down. Almost done. Almost done here, Carmen. Okay, now that's off. I'll put it in my little bag until I'm ready to dispose of it. Now I'll wipe around the stoma. Oops, that little piece left in there. There's a lot of little excess glue here I'm trying to get off. I don't want to leave any of that stuff on there because that's going to complicate things if I do. Make sure the surface is free of any sticky glue. It's going to break down the skin if I leave it. Okay, it is ready for the new bag. Okay, so now the first thing I do here is I clamp the bottom. So the bottom, it has the little Velcro type thing on it. So I fold it over 3 times and kind of press it together so it can connect as like a locking system to keep everything inside. Then I remove this one here, and I turn it this way because it's a better flow, because right here she has a baclofen pump in her stomach, and I don't want to cover it up just in case we need to access it. So I'm going to put this in here on top of the stoma, right bullseye in the middle, and just press it down around the sides. And then I'll start moving the other tape. Let's see, where is it? Right here. Remove the other tape and start clamping it down. So that'll press down. Add some extra layer of sealing the bag on. Another piece back here on the back side. If I can grab it. Okay, there we go. All right, so. Now press that down. Okay, that's pretty much it for replacing these a couple of times a week after each stool. She's good to go. Now I'm gonna handle this suprapubic catheter dressing. It needs to be changed out. I try to keep it clamped as close to possible to the bag because, to the insertion, because it's just, the cord is so long and flimsy that it can easily pop out. And I don't want anything to happen because we haven't gone to our follow-up exam for after the procedure. So I want everything to be intact, and this little clamp evidently is trying to give me a run for my money. So I'm just gonna prop it up like this and then work around this. I need some more Goby Gone for that. Yeah, those little clamps, for some reason, they stretch out of place, and then they don't want to clamp, so I got to get me some extra clamps for that. So I'll ease this tape away from the sponge gauze. The gauze I'm using is a split gauze, which I love these because I can use them for not only this change, I can use it for her peg tube too, around her peg tube. I keep the peg tube covered because it's just a sensitive area. I don't want it to start bleeding or anything, so I just kind of keep it cleaned and dry. Okay, so this is ready to be replaced. I'm fumbling with this cord here again. So let me see, I gotta take this off. I just put a piece of tape over the top of it to keep it sealed, because otherwise, see, it's just a split there. And I keep it on top to keep it in place. So now I'll put the new one on, and then I'll put another piece of tape on top. Keep it in place. These are actually 2 in the package. So I'll put one right side up and the other one upside down. That's that one. And let's put the other one on. Let's see. We initially had a catheter in the urethra, but it caused a lot of UTIs, so I had it removed to get this suprapubic. So the whole gist was to make things easier for dress, change clothing changes, and so far I'm not sure if that's gonna be what I get out of this whole situation because of this cord. I gotta find a way to get a shorter cord on here. So I gotta tape that in place, and we're good to go for that. And I don't put the tape on her skin usually. The nurse was here yesterday, and she actually changed it and had the tape on top of it. So changed the ostomy bag, changed the dressing on her suprapubic catheter port. And that's gonna be it for today. See you guys on the next tutorial.